with Southern Charm Cooking, and today I'm going to make bacon top meatloaf. I originally got the recipe from Taste of Home, but I tweaked it to our liking. I changed it up quite a bit, so I can call it mine. And we're going to start off right now with 3 eggs and a fourth of a teaspoon of pepper, a half a teaspoon of seasoned salt. I like Lowry's. And about a tablespoon, I usually do a little bit more of Worcestershire sauce. I like probably about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And 1 can of tomato sauce. It doesn't matter which kind. You just want it to be juicy. And then I go ahead and then I put like a tablespoon of onion powder. And I'll just kind of do it. I like a lot of onion in mine, so I do about a tablespoon. And then we go ahead and mix that up. And then I'll get ready to put that within my sausage. I use a pound of sausage and a pound of hamburger meat. And ketchup, a cup of cheese, and some chili powder. I just kind of sprinkled. They wanted to use like a half a cup of chili, but it's way too rich, so I don't use that. And then we just mix all that up, and then I'm going to incorporate the hamburger and the sausage in there after I get all this mixed up. Yeah, and now I'm going to add in my cheese and just stir it up a little bit, a cup of cheese. And then I'll stir it up a little bit. And then I'm going to add my sausage and my hamburger meat. And I like to put on gloves to do this because this is really messy. So just break it up. And then we just kind of knead it together till it all is, there's no more juice. It's all within the meat. And then I'm going to form it and put it in my little pan over here that I've already put a non-stick spray. And then I'll finish it up. But I've got it all mixed really good. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my pan. And oh honey, come, this has a hole, these have holes. This pan has holes in it, which takes the grease out and lets it fall to the bottom. And that way your meatloaf is not too greasy. And I don't put bread in it because that just adds more fat into your bread, and that makes the meatloaf greasier. The eggs is what keeps it together. Okay, now that I have that done, I just take off my gloves. And it's nice to have a bag around, that way you clean up your messes as you go. Now I'm going to put ketchup. And I put the oven on 350, and it's going to cook for like 1.5 hours. And then I'll add the bacon. And this gives it lots of flavor. Okay, it's ready to go in the oven. So let me get I cook it at 350 for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I put a pan in there too, so in case it drips. So it goes for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Then it needs to set for like 10 minutes for it to cool off a little bit, and then you can serve it that way. If you serve it too fast, it'll just all fall apart. So, oh, I forgot to tell you something. I'll show you that in a minute, but I do broil the bacon at the very end for like about 2 or 3 minutes to get it crispy. But I'll show you that when I get to that part. After it got done, after 1 hour and 20 minutes, I turned the broiler on high and I'm broiling it till it gets crispy. Can you come up and It's almost ready. I'm waiting until all the fat gets done. And then after I pull it out, then I'll let it set for 10 minutes and I'll cut it up.